This is one of Enerdrive's production boards. We call this our board E. It's suitable for all battery types in terms of lead acid battery types and lithium. And it's complete with our 40 amp AC battery charger as well as our DC to DC. Going on, so let's break it down. Firstly, everyone's drawn to this button here. This is our reset button. So in the event of discharging your battery and needing to reset it, a lithium battery, in which case the BMS would be switched off, with the engine running, we can simply press and release that button and wake our battery up. Why is that a good feature? Even though our BTEC 200s have a reset button on the battery, because they're not always convenient to access. So sometimes this is simply an easier place to access. Now this breaker here, in this case, is really just used as a point of isolation for your solar. So that is hardwired to our solar input on the DC to DC charger. It's handy in terms of servicing and support. It's nice and convenient to be able to isolate your solar without the need for additional tools. Now this board comprises of essential and non-essential loads, meaning via the battery monitor, and in particular our alarm contact, we have a means via this device here to isolate loads based on state of charge. So where's that important? Well, in a caravan, for instance, we want to protect our batteries always, and we may want to switch all our loads off when hypothetically the system gets to 20% or 50%. In this case, on this board, that disconnects every load connected to this fuse block. However, it does not disconnect this fuse block. So there are certain loads you may not want to disconnect. A fine example would be electric steps, electric awnings, sometimes safety devices as well related to breakaway systems and what have you. So even though your battery's reasonably flat, it's important that you can still roll the awning in, pull the step in, and whatever else is required in order to tow and drive away to safety or in the event of an emergency and so forth. Effectively, we may not want to switch off all of our loads, and with this board that's quite doable. The installation's easy as all the hard bits are done. Simply connect all of your positive and negative feeds to every load to this block here, assuming that they are non-essential, so lighting, refrigeration and so forth. Anything essential, all your positive connections get connected there. This board's ready to go for a large inverter. You can see these two large circuit breakers here. So the one on the left is purpose fitted, ready for a 2000 watt inverter. And we've got this one here which is already hardwired in via our bar work to these fuse holders, pre-assembled to all of these components on the board. So this board makes for a very easy installation. Starting with the battery, initially leaving these circuits isolated, we can connect your battery positive connection there and your battery negative connection on the bolt behind here on the shunt. Any heavy loads in terms of your negative feeds would go on this here, and any small negative loads go on this top section here. All your positive feeds for non-essential loads, lighting, fridge, water pump and so forth would go here. If you do have any essential circuits, those feeds would be connected here. Connect your solar positive to there. Solar negative goes into this unit as well as your vehicle positive and negative input. So typically in a caravan that would be via your Anderson plug. And that's it. It's a very simple installation. So if you're looking for an easy to use system without compromising on some really nice features, with a great quality battery monitor capable of displaying your total net value of power being used or produced combined with state of charge remaining within your battery, you couldn't go past this board by the team at Enerdrive.